You can't sleep either? How about a good night story? Here's one. Remain awake. He had his face only half finished when he realised the cook had gone ominously silent. He wanted to make a good impression, so he hurried down to the kitchen to see what the problem was this time. "Don't come in," she called as his footsteps clattered down the tiles in the hallway. Death rattled the doorknob, but she had locked it. "Why is the door locked?" "I'm doing your cake. I need to concentrate." And then she giggled. He'd had reservations about her right from the start. But good staff were so hard to find. As long as the cake turned out okay, he could forgive everything else. Cooks were highly strung. Everyone knew that. Death hoped his guest liked cake. Among the benefits of being dead is the fact one can eat as much cake as one likes. He returned to his room and sighed as he examined his makeup. It didn't sound like much. One disadvantage of being dead is not meeting many new people. If it weren't for his job, he wouldn't meet any at all. He enjoyed meeting people, especially when he could meet them several times. Rare, but it happened. An accident at the baptism, another at the wedding, and then the final meeting. Rarest of all was when they connected. So he wanted to make sure he looked his best. "You again," she said when he appeared at the end of her hospice bed. He had almost been late, trying to decide what to do about flowers, tacky or romantic, thoughtful or creepy. He bought some. He would have asked the cook, but he didn't dare set her off again. He recognised Cook's symptoms. She wanted to move on. "Sorry," said Death, in answer to the woman's question. But his ribcage thrummed with excitement. She remembered him. "So this is the end?" she asked. "Yes," said Death. "And perhaps also no." The woman laughed. Laughed. "What?" asked Death. "Well, they always told me death was final, but you sure don't sound it." "What I mean is, there's cake, if you like cake." "Cake?" "Yes, if you like." He was so bad at this. "Yes, if you'd like to come with me." "I love cake," she said. "So do I." Death always grinned with his white face on, but now he meant it. They had cake in common. But the flowers in his hand shook. He looked around for a vase or somewhere to put them to cover up his disappointment. "What exactly is the deal here?" she asked. "There's no deal." He sat next to the bed. I wondered, I thought, I hoped you might like to come with me." She looked at him. "I've been married," she said. "Yes, I was there. Twice. You weren't there the second time. It passed off without a hitch." "Oh, I didn't realise," he said. "The point is, I don't know if I'd like a third time." "No," said Death, "of course not." He cleared his throat, grateful for his impassive mask for once. "But tell me," said the old lady after a while, "is that what you really look like?" "No," said Death. "This is what I might term my, formal wear. Humans put such store in appearances. Disappointing. But he couldn't do anything about it." "Interesting. I can put on something else if you prefer. Some people like clowns for some reason." "No, I like cake. I don't like clowns." There. That would have been two things they had in common. He'd be a long time getting over her. "I like baking too," she said, as the pause threatened to get embarrassing. "Who does your cakes?" "My cook," said Death, "but she'll be moving on. She's not happy. She just wanted to avoid the alternative." "Well, that might be an option. I'm not looking to get hitched, but I'm always glad to make a friend." "I'd like that," but Death was disappointed. He must have picked the wrong face. He should have gone for something flashier, splashier. The devil was bad news, but everyone still fell for his bad boy looks and horns. It was like she could read his thoughts. "I think if we're spending eternity together, I'd like to see The real you, she said. But let's start with some friendly cake. What do I have to do? That's easy, said Death. You're going to die. Sorry, but you don't have to die. When it comes, just stay awake until afterwards. All right. Good night.